What's up, guys? Marshall Sparkman here, back at you with another awesome video. This time I put together 10 commonly most asked questions about a VA loan. I've gotten with some of the top VA specialists in the area and put together these questions that we hear all the time. So I wanted to share them with you. It's really cool. So question number one, how much can I afford? Okay, so the textbook answer is you want to spend on your monthly mortgage or rent or whatever your housing payment is, you want to spend about 25% of your income. That's what the industry analysts say. Now, you can go either way. You could spend more, you could spend less, but they say you want to spend about 25% of your total household income. So that's you and your wife, okay? Or if you just want to base it on one person's income and be conservative, I like that approach. Okay, number two, how much money will I qualify for? So, textbook answer on this one's very simple. A VA loan, usually most mortgage programs, they want to see your debt to income ratio at about 45%. So I'm going to take all your monthly payments on your credit report plus the new house payment, taxes and insurance and everything, and we're going to divide that by your income, okay? They don't want your debt to be much more than 45% of your income. Yes, VA allows for more, but that's just a kind of a good textbook answer, okay? All right, number three, what about my credit? Credit is a loaded question with a VA loan because you know what? The VA actually doesn't even have a minimum credit score requirement, but they do have a credit content requirement. If you've got jacked up credit, you've had some bad things happen in the past, it happens to everybody, just know that the VA wants you to be at least 12 months past your derogatory credit history, okay? Why is that? Because I'm not putting you in a better position if you're still in the junk and you're still making late payments. They want you to be past whatever issues you were having, and so that way we can move forward with the rest of your life, okay? Question number four, what are the interest rates? That's a really good question, and I get that several times a day by all customers. Listen, the thing you need to know about interest rates is they change daily. Sometimes they change multiple times a day. You know, right now, VA loans are in the high sixes, low sevens. This is as of October the 19th of 2022, right? So just know that the rates fluctuate up and down. The rates are set by the market. The VA does not set the rates. The rates are set by the people that are buying the mortgages, okay? If there's more demand, they can lower the rates. Where there's lower demand, they can raise the rates. So that's interest rates. So question number five, can I have two VA loans at once? Yes, absolutely you can. It's called second tier entitlement. I've done blogs about it. I've done videos about it. Look up second tier entitlement. It is the coolest feature of a VA loan that you can use. You can go buy a second house as long as it's your primary residence with absolutely no money down. You can keep your first one, turn it into a rental, and go get into another one. Show me another loan product that does that. Veterans are super blessed by the VA loan. Okay, question number six that I've got here is, can I use the VA loan for a mobile home? Yes, you can buy a mobile home. It has to meet all the HUD, Housing Urban Development requirements. Has to be in a permanent foundation. Have to have HUD plates. You have to have an engineer certificate. You have to be able to get the property insured. That's probably the biggest challenge that I run into is getting insurance on a mobile home. The reason is because, like, you know, most insurance companies, you got to have coverage to cover your entire loan amount. So let's say it's a $300,000 property and mobile home. So you're wanting to pay $300,000 for this. That's cool and all, but the insurance agent is going to look it up on his computer and he's going to be like, man, I can only give you $40,000 because that's all this mobile home is worth. That's kind of the challenge that you run into. Usually I recommend if you're looking into a mobile home, before you even bring me into the situation, get with the sellers and find out who their insurance agent is and make sure that you can get adequate coverage. Okay, that's a big deal on VA loans. Okay, with mobile homes anyways. All right, so number seven, what kind of repairs are typically required? So this is a very common misconception on VA loans, that all these additional repairs and appraisal requirements are required. That's totally not true. But there is that perception out there from real estate agents from years of bad info, right? So dispelling that myth, the repairs that I usually see are any holes in the exterior, any exposed wood's going to need to be painted over and fixed, and any safety concerns. The VA says the property has to be safe, sound, and sanitary, okay? Can't have any safety issues, no holes in the floor, holes in the roof, none of that kind of stuff. Okay, moving along to number eight. Why should a seller accept a VA loan over a conventional loan? Like, if you're watching this, you're probably a veteran and you're like, well, duh, you know, let's help a veteran out. And you know, I do conventional loans, I do VA loans, I do FHA loans. VA loans, my VA loan average credit score is like a 746, I want to say. So, I mean, my VA loans are just as clean as any other conventional loans or any other loan out there. But real estate agents don't know that. They don't understand that. So they have the stigma, oh, you're doing VA, no money down, then you don't, you don't probably don't qualify any other loan product. That's totally not the case. Veterans do VA loans because they're better deals, right? Like, help a veteran out. He's getting a better interest rate. He didn't have to put any money down. A lot of I usually recommend that my veterans take their money that they would be putting down on a house and go buy an investment property with it. I don't know, just my thoughts. Okay, moving on. Number 9, why do realtors not like the VA appraisal process? I don't know, because they don't understand it. There's a lot of misconceptions about the VA appraisals. VA actually has the best appraisal process out there. They actually have a process. Conventional and FHA, all the other loans, there's no process for the appraisal. The VA actually gets a second set of eyeballs on the appraisal. A VA underwriter, they call it a SAR, a staff appraisal reviewer. So somebody on staff is reviewing the appraisal on behalf of the VA, and they're determining that the property meets all the minimum property requirements, and so it has a second set of eyeballs. And the coolest thing about a VA loan, and most realtors don't realize, is if I disagree with the appraiser, I don't have to go back to the appraiser. I'm going back to the VA and I'm saying, hey guys, we disagree and here's why. And usually, unless there's just legit no comps, we get whatever issues worked through. I've gone head to head with about every appraiser here in Middle Tennessee, and you win some and you lose some. The ones that I lose, I can tell you right now, it's because they are legit no comps for that property. Okay, very rarely do I see appraisers not budging and sticking their heels in the ground on dumb stuff. So just so you know, if you're a real estate agent, it's not the case. Number 10, what additional inspections are required? Really good question right there. I like that one. So the VA does not have any additional inspections. I hear that a lot, like, oh, the property's going to need this and that. No. Home inspections aren't even required on VA loans, okay? You don't need to have a home inspection. The only time you need an additional inspection is if the property has a well. Then you have to get a well inspection. They're checking for quality and quantity of water, okay? That's it. Other than that, there's no additional inspections or anything like that required on a VA loan. So there's my top 10. I say it's our. I got with a good buddy that does a ton of VA stuff too, and we talk through this, and these are the top common questions that are asked. So I hope this helps you guys. If you got any questions, any scenario you want to run by me, hit me up anytime. Thanks for listening to this 8-minute video, man. That's a long one.